Hello, boils and ghouls. Welcome to episode 202 of Dads from the Crypt. My name is Jason. I'll be your host tonight. Joining me is Jody.
Hello.
Hello. And back from a little siesta from our show is our fun Aunt Whitney.
I am back from the grave.
Hello. And Mono just texted me that he might jump on to say hi for a few minutes. He's traveling. So we'll let him jump on. But yeah, Whitney, welcome back.
It literally feels like it's been a year. I know it hasn't, but it feels like maybe it has.
It's been too long.
At least 6 months.
Yeah.
It has definitely been about 6 months. It's been too long.
I don't even on in 2025. I'll put it that way.
Good. Then it definitely hasn't been a year. Yeah, it's good to be back. I'm glad to see the dads are still, crypting, and it's good to be here. It feels like coming home, jumped onto the StreamYard and fun Aunt Whitney was there to greet me. I didn't even need to enter it. So it feels like being right at home.
Love it.
A little bit of housekeeping. We have some great new interviews out. A week ago, we put out our interview with the publisher of Auntie comics to talk about the new EC line and give all the kinds of updates, all that great goodness. And today, we just released a really cool interview with Alec Gillis. He is the special effects legend. He worked on pretty much all the Alien movies after the first one. He designed the Graboid and Tremors. He designed a lot of the things in Mortal Kombat, especially Goro. He worked on the Predator. He's one of those, like, his IMDb list just goes on and on and on. You're like, amazing. Oh, he also worked on the special effects for Jaws 3D.
Excellent.
He did the shark that like slowly moves towards
it's the glass
screen. Yeah, so he gives a great anecdote about that. And what's really cool is I highly recommend people watch the YouTube version because we did it in his office, which has all the things that he's worked on. So at points in the interview, he just picks up his laptop and says, "Oh yeah, here's the thing that we worked on." And he actually shows the original concept art he did for the Graboid.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, like the different stages and stuff that he originally drew is just hanging in his office. And they had like a big like model of Goro that like they took off from like the original mold and stuff. It's really, really cool stuff.
Right after Jason commented a week or so ago, why do people watch podcasts on YouTube? We're now saying, hey, go watch this podcast on YouTube.
Well, this is the exception that proves the rule. It's also just a really fun, compelling interview. My favorite interviews are the ones where I get to talk the least. I just say like, I told him this is kind of like that SNL sketch with Chris Farley talking to like Paul McCartney. He's like, yeah, remember when you did that one song? That was cool. That's what those interviews are like, where I'm like, yeah, remember when you designed the Tremors Graboid? That was cool. Tell me about that. He just goes on.
Love it.
Love it. Today we're talking about Gremlins 2, the new batch, which actually it just celebrated its 35th, if I'm doing math right, or 25th anniversary. Yes, no, 35th. I can math, I promise.
35th. We're older than you think.
Oh god. Just happened a couple weeks ago, and of course our friends at Fright Rags are having a new collection of t-shirts that either are coming out right as this episode comes out or within the day or so. And they released some previews of them. They look really, really cool. Highly recommend everyone go check that out. As always, or at least not as always, as we have the last couple months, and I don't know if we're going to do it ongoing because we're reaching kind of the end of our agreement, but we're going to do another raffle for another Fright Rags gift card of I think it's $20 to one lucky paid Patreon member. So all you have to do is just become a paid Patreon member. We have a $1 all the way up to $5 tier, and support Dads from the Crypt. And we're actually going to be revamping some of our Patreon. Whitney, I know you're a patron, and one of the things that you said is that you wanted a RS feed, so our episodes would just go straight into those for when the early ones come out. And I finally created an RSS feed. So as soon as we're done recording this, I'm going to upload it to the RSS feed so people can watch it or listen to it early. And we're also going to be doing some mini reviews. So we're going to do at least probably somewhere between 3 to 5 mini reviews a month. It might be a little more, a little bit less, but we're going to try to stick to that more. And those will be a lot of like just whatever we have me watching, especially if it's a new movie that we're just not going to cover on the show. For whatever reason, we're just going to hop on, and it could be any one of the dads with probably a friend, maybe a kid, just to talk about whatever movie comes up. So be looking for those things on our Patreon. Again, this episode comes out on the Monday. You have until the Sunday afterwards to join Patreon, or just keep your Patreon, and then that's when I'll do the raffle. So again, check out Fright Rags. They have amazing shirts. I love this one. It's a Dream Warriors. That's like a mashup of the classic X-Men comic book cover. It's one of my favorite shirts, and for a while I thought I lost it. I think it got like shoved under the bed, or a kid took it or something like that, and I was really mad because they didn't have it on their site at the time. So I was really annoyed. Thankfully I found it because Fight Rags is amazing.
I got a new Fright Rags shirt this week, but it's currently in the hamper because I just wore it. But it's the camp from The Burning, like a camper shirt. I love that kind of stuff. That's my favorite.
I need to go do it, and you just reminded me. I need to go buy the "Are You Afraid of the Dark" shirt that they came out with. That's so good, and I actually think I won a Fright Rags gift card from one of their raffles, so I have to go see if I actually have used that yet. I just realized, I was like, hey guys, these raffles do really happen. You should join Patreon for them because I won. It was rigged, but I won. No, I'm just kidding.
No. So yeah, go check that out. Also, we just post random things on there, like questions, or like we had actually a couple different movies we could choose from. So I put up a poll to see which one we should do. So you can kind of influence the show in those ways. But again, like I said, tonight we're talking the sequel to Gremlins 2, The New Batch, which came out June 15th, 1990. Jody, is it in the movie?
It's in the movie.
It's in the movie. We'll talk about the amazing Key and Peele sketch in a minute. Right. But first, tell me what this movie is about.
All right. So in the first scenes, we find out that Mr. Wing, the old man who had taken Gizmo at the end of the first Gremlins movie, is sick and he dies. And he's captured by a couple of twin scientists from Splice-O-Life Genetic Engineering Lab that is in the Clamp Center. Now, the Clamp Center is run by Daniel Clamp, billionaire, New York guy, kind of an idiot. He might be based on somebody else with similar type name to Daniel Clamp. Also Ted Turner, but definitely a little of our current president.
New York real estate mogul.
Yeah, that guy. But I like this guy a lot better than I like the real life inspiration. So hey.
The 1990 impression of that person.
Right.
Yeah, he was way too likable that I was like, wow, this definitely is like, they're trying to make me like this guy. I don't think so.
He's a little Ted Turner mixed in too. So he's not just straight Trump. So, but anyway, so the Clamp Center has this research lab. Also at the Clamp Center is Billy and Kate, who now are engaged. They have moved away from the little small town where the Gremlins attacked. They're this weekend, the what is their name? Murray Futterman is coming up for the weekend to see New York. And so the little get together from the hometown.
Real quick.
Yes.
It's been so long since I've seen the original Gremlins, and I've only seen it like once or twice. Spoiler alert. I've realized I've never seen Gremlins 2 until watching this the other night. I know. I know.
Awesome.
Who were the Futtermans? At first I was like, oh, it's their parents. And then I was like, that's
no. They were a neighbor. Their neighbor, and he was a World War II vet. who
Yeah.
remembers thinking that there were gremlins in his plane.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
he has
All
a
right.
snow
That makes
plow,
sense.
and the gremlins get in the snow plow and they chase him around.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Played-
Okay. Cool. It's been a
Played by
long time,
the
so
fantastic Dick Miller too. So
Yes.
just one of those guys who's always great to see in anything.
Mhm.
okay. Perfect. Yeah. I was like, I feel like I should know who these people are, and I do not remember.
So they're coming up for the weekend. But Billy is at work. He works in like building design and things like that. He works under a lady named Marla Bloodstone. The names in this are wild. Marla Bloodstone, his immediate superior, who's into Billy and trying to advance his career and maybe get a little something else going on.
Well, I think
Definitely
she's
her.
only into Billy when
Yes.
Mr. Clamp takes interest. So
She is an
she's
ambitious lady.
there. You go. She's
She
gonna
is
climb that
into Billy
corporate ladder,
Yeah.
however she can.
Yes. Meanwhile, though, Gizmo has been taken to that lab. He's there with the doctor. Doctor's name is Cushion Catheter. I didn't know his first name until I looked it up. Dr. Catheter. They're doing experiments on all kinds of animals up there. And Gizmo's singing his little song that he always sings. And a delivery man is up in the lab and he hears the song. And later he's humming it to himself. Billy hears him and says, "Where'd you hear that song?" Because he immediately recognizes Gizmo's song. He tells him. Billy kind of breaks in by saying he's there to fix the copier. And he steals Gizmo back and lets some monkeys loose so that he can make a getaway. He puts Gizmo in his desk to hide him. About the time that Mr. Clamp comes around and manages to keep him hidden, but he has to tell Kate, "Hey, so my boss wants to have a meeting with me, and so can you take Gizmo home?" She's like, "Gizmo, I didn't want that little thing. I don't want to have anything to do with it." But she's good and she takes care of things, and so she goes to get Gizmo. But before she can get there, a repairman or a janitor is using the water fountain, and it overshoots, squirts onto a table, and drips down onto Gizmo's head, spawning a whole bunch of new gremlins or a whole bunch of new mogwai. And these, unlike the first movie, there was Stripe and then nameless gremlins. Like they were just a bunch of random gremlins. In this movie, all the gremlins have their own thing. Like there's this mogwai with like a grumpy like frog face. There's doofy like cross-eyed one that's hyperactive. So this new generation's there. Kate doesn't know Gizmo well enough, and so she goes and accidentally takes the like hyperactive crazy one back to her house. Gizmo gets thrown into some vents in the building. Hold on. They eat first. After midnight. I guess this place is open like 24 hours a day. Because they go.
It was a bar.
Yeah.
It was a bar in the TV studio.
Yeah, sure. There's a lot of stuff happening in this building. There's scientists, there's a bar that looks like a mall, real estate development. But anyway, they go down there and they eat a bunch of ice cream, and you know what happens. You know what happens. They turn into gremlins. So Gizmo's running around in the vents, and a gremlin called Mohawk because he has a big mohawk, abducts him and tortures him. And then the other one set off fire sprinklers so that there's lots more gremlins. They end up in the lab where there are all kinds of, you want to say scientific things, but it's potions. They're magic potions that turn you into things. And so you get one that becomes like an electric gremlin. One's a vegetable gremlin. That's just this gremlin made of vegetables. Get my personal favorite. If you're not on YouTube, there is a lot of stuff that I'm going to be showing. This gigantic spider gremlin. This thing is so cool.
Amazing.
I love it so much. And a brainy gremlin who can speak. It sounds like Frasier. And a lady gremlin named Greta. I don't think she's ever referred to as Greta in the movie, but we know her as Greta now.
I was going to say, I don't recall anyone saying her name, but
yes,
good to know.
So Billy tries to warn Mr. Clamp. He runs up to his office, and the electric gremlin is traveling through the lines and manages to get trapped in his phone on hold. Sure, whatever. There's also a old man who hosts the like late night scary movie thing. He is in the building when all this starts, and so the building gets shut down, but he's inside. He finds a tourist who really loves his camera and says, "Hey, can you shoot film? Let's go live and tell everyone about what's going on." So he's in a full Dracula costume doing the news and telling everybody what's happening inside Clamp Towers.
Like, yeah, Grandpa Munster.
Yes, Grandpa Munster.
I was
Okay,
like, I
so
can't be Grandpa Munster. He would be really, really old, but they did such a good job. For a second, I was like, I need to make sure that's actually not him. And I was like, that doesn't make sense, but I still looked.
There's also a Bat Gremlin that is injected.
I love Bat Gremlin.
Okay, hang on. I actually have to disconnect my camera now because this one.
I thought you were going to show us Bat Gremlin when you brought out Spider Gremlin, but
that's so cool.
Amazing.
It's from the sailing.
If you're not watching the YouTube, you're missing out.
Yes. So, I mean, it's needless to say, I love Gremlins. That's why I have all these. I have more. I have them all on my desk right here, ready for when I need to comment.
I forgot. I have the brain gremlin.
Oh yeah, I've got him.
Gremlins run amok.
Gremlins run amok. All kinds of gremlins run amok. They get into stuff. The Bat Gremlin gets injected with like genetic sunscreen and sure, why not? And manages to leave during the daytime in the light, and just happens to run across Murray Fetterman, who's outside with his wife, and attacks him and scratches him a little bit. But what that means for Murray is he realizes he actually isn't insane. He thought he's been insane since the last movie, but no, gremlins are real. And he's more relieved to find out they're real than to think he's crazy. So, you know.
How long has it been since the last movie? It's been some time. Do we know if there's like
it's
a
like
time
5 years,
frame?
I think.
Yeah, I think
so. Going by real time, it's like 5 years. It seems
to think he's crazy. That's really sad.
That's really rough. But he's vindicated because the gremlin shows up, and then the gremlin he takes the gremlin, slams it in some wet concrete, and it flies up to the top of a big tall church and becomes a gargoyle. Mondo.
I loved that part when it became the gargoyle. That made me laugh so hard.
We're talking about gremlins.
I know.
Talking about gremlins. I've never seen this movie before, so
really, this is the first watch. I just want to say hi to everybody because it's been a long day.
Hi, Mondo.
This is Mondo's travel summer.
Yeah,
dude, it's been like nonstop for the past month, and it's not going to stop until like December, so it's okay.
All these gremlins, bunch of crazy gremlins, are all over the place, running around killing people. Gizmo becomes Rambo because he watched Rambo on TV, and he ties a little thing around his head and makes a little bow and arrow. And when the spider gremlin attacks Marla in the hall and gets her caught up in a web, Gizmo saves the day. And they said, I guess he just got pushed too far. And so the plan to get rid of them all is if they think it's night, they'll all come down to the lobby. And in the lobby, they can reveal that it's not night, and they'll all get hit by sunlight and they'll die. And so Clamp puts up a big thing around the building to make it look like it's night. All the gremlins gather. They do a musical number, a whole ass musical number with props and costumes. And Greta comes up on stage and coos, and it's just wonderful. But it starts storming outside. And so the plan isn't going to work. But Billy has another plan. He tells Mr. Fetterman to spray the gremlins all with a fire hose and put some water down on the ground, which sounds like a terrible idea because they all immediately start bubbling. And the when they start making new gremlins with the water, it's real gross in this movie too, because they have these big like pods on their back, and you can see the little mini gremlins moving around inside them. It's nasty. But then Billy transfers the call from earlier up in Clamp's office into the phone where he is and shoots the electric gremlin out of the phone into the place with all of the gremlins, and they all get electrocuted and melt and turn into just piles of goo and bones. Joe Dante knows what we like. It's nasty. It's great. And then about that time, Clamp comes in. I don't know what happens to the electric gremlin. I guess maybe it overwhelms him or something because he just vanishes after that. But then Clamp comes in with the authorities, realizes everything's already fixed. He gives Billy a promotion. He gives Marla a promotion. He hires the cameraman. He makes the old man an anchor. Everyone gets a happy ending. He sees Gizmo and's like, we should merchandise that little guy. Yeah. Says we should merchandise that little guy. And then he gets a phone call from one of his like high up guys. And he's still upstairs. He didn't make it down to the lobby because
he's
Greta
like the security dude.
was he security? Yeah. Okay, security
I think
guy.
he's like
Like
the head
manager.
of security.
Sure.
Yeah,
I don't
building
know,
manager or something.
some manager guy.
He works too much. He's also overworked.
Yes, but he gets a little break from his work because Greta's still there, and she's in a wedding dress, and she makes little kissy faces at him. And at first, he looks horrified, and then he has a look that says, why not? And so that's how our movie ends.
He did the kombucha girl meme where he's just like, well, maybe.
Oh, I did forget something very important, though, all the way back at the beginning. This movie starts with Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck doing like a little intro. That's what this movie is. This is Looney Tunes Gremlins. It's Gremlins turned up to like 11. And so, yeah, everything about the first Gremlins amplified 1,000 times. So, yeah,
with an emphasis on how terrible capitalism is.
That's right. Joe Dante knows what he's talking about. The anti-capitalist comes through in all of his movies.
Movie's a big FU to Warner Brothers.
Absolutely.
Yes, very much.
Oh yeah, doesn't one of the Gremlins have like a Warner Brothers shirt?
A tattoo.
Like a tattoo.
The tattoo.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Whitney, since you're our guest, this is your first time seeing this movie. Start us off.
I know.
Oh shit! First watch. That's so awesome.
Yeah, we just talked about that. I mean, this movie was bonkers. Like that's all. I knew it was fun. I know a ton of people have love for it. I know about Lady Gremlin, so like there's a lot in it that like I'm aware of just from being in the horror community. And there she is. Oh, and you've got her hair all nice and you brush it every week. It was just really fun. Like there's just so many moments where I was just like, what am I watching? And, you know, when you're talking about, they put the gremlin on hold at some point, you know, I think about other movies where obviously suspension of disbelief. Look, we live in these worlds where things don't make sense. And some of these movies have to make sense. But this movie is just like, none of this is going to make sense because we started with Looney Tunes. And at first I was like, did I click the right thing? Like, is this like one of those like pre-roll ads for something else? Because you know, shows like streaming services do that, but nope. That's just how the movie starts, and I was like, okay, we're in for a wild ride. And the musical number, like, just ridiculousness. It absolutely the wedding march or whatever with the gremlin voices or whatever.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. I watched this with Fabio, who's watched it multiple times, and he would always tell me like what parts were his favorite and like how he used to like recreate the whole ending show, Broadway show. And I mean, it makes sense. They're in New York. They have to do the Broadway shows. So at the end of the day, just a super fun movie that definitely lives up to the hype, even in the years and years as a first time watch. Not having nostalgia for it, I still really enjoyed it.
All right, Mondo, go ahead.
Oh God, why? I'm in no mental capacity to have a conversation about a movie. I've been drinking since like noon. But dude, I'm in downtown San Antonio, so I bar hop from fucking bar to bar. By accident, I walked over a train track and climbed over a train to try to get to Alamo Beer Company because hold on a second, they make the King of the Hill beer, and I go in there and they have nothing King of the Hill.
But do they have
I
the beard?
No, they did not. I climbed over a fucking train because I didn't want to go backtrack and walk over the bridge. So I
Wait,
climbed over a train,
over
potentially,
it or like
yes,
through it, like a
through
box
it
car?
like a boxcar. I crawled through a boxcar to
Okay.
get to the fucking movie. Like if that train would have taken off, I could be in Kansas by now. We don't know.
Wow.
I risked it all for King of the Hill beer, and they had none of it. I'm just gonna point
That's
that out.
so
So,
That's a
uh,
shame.
and I somehow bought a shirt. I don't know how this works out, but that's what happened.
okay.
Anyhow, I love this movie. I still remember seeing it in the theater. I still remember the Hulk
Mhm.
Hogan part and being
Yep.
very mad.
Oh God, yes. I forgot
So
when that came up. I was like, oh God, the timing.
yeah,
Yeah.
he just didn't like the Gremlins because they weren't white. It's fine. Or they weren't white and they weren't hot dog colored, so he didn't enjoy them. And he proved to be a terrible human being, so it worked out. But Gremlins 2 is a fucking fun movie, and I'm not going to say anything more intellectual than what Whitney said. But yeah, it's a bonkers ass movie with fun stuff happening, and everyone should go watch this. And fuck capitalism, because this movie's all about. I mean, the fucking dudes like, I'm not going to sell my fucking shop because you guys are assholes, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll just wait for him to die. You know what? Like, fuck you. And like yeah, I'm not gonna have anything intellectual to add to this, so I'll just you know
That
pass
was
it on to the
highly
next person.
intellectual. I
It
can't even
was
say that word.
Intellectual.
Intellectual.
dude.
All right, Jody. Tell me
Yeah.
what you think about Gremlins 2.
Jason, let's fucking move on.
Jody, tell me what you think about Hulk Hogan. No, no, I'm just
All right. So
He was
this
from
movie,
Florida.
this movie, I love this movie. It's like I said, it's everything. I love the first movie. The first movie's great. It's everything from the first movie turned up, sillier, wilder, all the different kinds of gremlins. I mean, there's a reason I'm surrounded by so many various gremlins because all of them are different and unique, and they all are fun to see in this movie because there's so many different. Like some of them are stupid. Like, why is there a vegetable gremlin? I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter if it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't matter if it's dumb. Gizmo has like a little dance scene while some doctors watch him. Like, it's just fun stuff thrown in one thing after another.
yeah, his little dance scene. It
Yeah.
was so cute.
Little yeah. I
Gizmo running away from the shop is like so sad.
Yeah.
It was-
I know.
Yeah.
They were so mean to him. I was
I
like, why are you so
know.
mean to him? Leave him alone.
Like I'm watching him run away. I'm like, why? Why does he have to deal with this?
What did they call him? Caca or something? They were like Gizmo Caca.
Yeah.
something like that.
So sad.
Christopher Lee, bad man. No, actually, really good
Christopher
man in real
Lee.
life, but bad man in this movie.
Hey, he's in
Christopher-
metal bands. He's fine.
Yeah, he's a good guy. But this is a movie that I love. I remember when my kids were pretty young. They were young enough that I was like, should I be doing this? But I did it anyway, and we watched Gremlins, and they were all so excited about it that we just immediately rolled right into Gremlins 2 because we had such a good time.
Mm.
They had fun with it. It's just scary enough to be, exciting for little kids. But it's mayhem, it's craziness. I like a movie that doesn't hold back. That's one of those things that I've said on multiple things. Like if blood is shooting out in a geyser, it makes me happy. If everything is just completely over the top, I enjoy it. And this is exactly that in the Gremlins universe. And they're making a Gremlins 3. Like they're actually working on it right now. Joe Dante's talked about it. So I'm always happy for Gremlins. I'm happy for little puppets. Anytime you get little puppets, anytime I'm going to be happy. After we guested on the More Deadly podcast with our friend Rachel, they did a little after thing where we were talking about like tiny like puppets and killer toys and stuff like that. She said it should take like 10 minutes. We talked for an hour because that's how much I wanted to talk about little puppets for that long. So yeah, it's fantastic. I love this movie.
There were parts of it where I was like, where's like the horror, not the it's not there. I
Sure.
know it's Gremlins, but it was the copy, not the copy, the shredder. The
Yes.
shredder scene
Yeah.
was just like, okay, there it is. I was just like, I was waiting for it. To just
the horror in
come
Or the
these,
through.
dental chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, the horror in these movies mostly is gremlin gore,
Yeah.
and melting and bones and stuff.
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
the original
great.
Gremlins was definitely horror, and this one, I think they kind of realized they had an audience with kids, and they
Mhm.
really try to kind of like dig into that and understand that they need maybe to pull the horror back a little bit. Oh God, my phone fell. To um ah to I'm just gonna give up. Son of a
It was
bitch.
very
Um,
slapsticky.
Yeah.
yeah, very
I
yeah.
mean, it's a Looney Tune.
Well, hence the
Yeah.
Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
I definitely saw this as a kid, and it definitely imprinted on me in a way. Because I had the first one on VHS, and I watched it a ton. Which is just like a holiday staple, really.
Mhm.
And this one is just such a turn from that movie, in all the best ways. Where there's not even really a ton of a plot. It's just Gremlin mayhem over and over and over
Pretty
again.
much.
Yeah, the Looney Tunes bit, I totally forgot about that, and but it really encapsulates what this movie is. I think this might be the most sequel-y movie ever to sequel, and as it's so aware of the first one and so
Yeah.
referential. Like the
Oh, the
point
scene.
they even had Leonard Maltin come on
Yeah.
and give the exact same review he gave the first movie,
And then get attacked
and
by
then
gremlins and
go
murdered.
in. Yeah, then the Gremlins come in and murder him again. They literally break the fourth wall with with the Hulk,
But
and
like,
then they go out. They go out. Hold on.
yeah,
They go out into the lobby, and the mother comes up to like the guy who runs the place and complains that it's too scary or whatever. And that
Oh,
actually happened to Joe Dante. That was a real thing that someone came
Oh,
up
yeah.
to him and said.
yes.
So you like literally put that in the movie as like a fu to that parents.
Oh,
so
one of my
good.
favorite references to the first movie is when someone says something about Abraham Lincoln, and Kate talks. Oh,
Yes,
don't
let's
talk
get to
about
that.
Lincoln. Something
That was
happened to me as
so
a kid.
random.
Well, it's a reference to the first movie where she tells the story about her dad at Christmas going down the chimney and dying.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's dark in the
It's
first
been
movie, and
so long. It's
she starts
so
telling that story in this movie, and like as it gets going, everyone's like, "Okay, let's move on." Just
Yeah,
like,
it
"Okay,
was
come
like,
on."
come on.
Well,
Yeah,
Oh
I'll
my
say
so
that.
God.
yeah, because
That's so
people in the
funny.
theaters were like unintentionally laughing at how long that scene went on. So
Yeah.
they decided to like make a whole like reference to that. Like we get it.
Well, it's kind of like
Funny.
M. Night Shyamalan did Shape in the Water, where he really shits on movie
Ugh,
critics, but it comes out, yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. It comes off so self-referential
so
and
dumb.
pretentious, where this comes off as it being fun and whimsical, I guess.
Yeah.
You hear this and you laugh at it, as opposed to when M. Night does it and you're like, oh, this guy's a dick.
Yeah, because it's in that movie. Shape of the Water is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. That movie still pisses me off
Dude,
because it's trying
I
to be a
love
serious movie, but then they throw in all this stupid shit.
I love
The
Paul
trailer
Giamatti
was so
so
good
much.
too, which is what's annoying.
Yeah,
If Paul Giamatti cannot save your movie, then fuck that. I'm just gonna put it that. I'm gonna put it
It's
that.
unsavable.
Dude, like anyone out there who's
um,
listening to this, if you haven't seen 30 Coins, go fucking watch 30 Coins, please.
Mhm.
For the love of God, it's so good.
but yeah,
That's
this
it.
movie is just like so many ideas. The Brain Gremlin is hilarious. I love
Mhm.
his whole shtick. And then
I
the
love his
Bat
like talk
Gremlin is really,
show
yeah, it's like a
or
talk
like
show bit.
the interview. Yeah.
Yeah, he does like a little interview and like, yeah, he just like shoots another gremlin. It's like, was that
Yeah.
civilized? Well, let's talk about it. It's like, I'm trying to have this like whole philosophical conversation. You're like, what is happening? Bat Gremlin's really cool.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Spider Gremlin. Like, it's literally just like a brain dump of Joe Dante of like all the things that you could ever think of. And this is the edited down version. So a little background I read was that they made the first one. Afterwards, Joe Dante was so fed up with how tedious the effects work was with all the puppets. He's like, I
Mhm.
don't want to make another one of these. So he didn't have the rights to it per se. So Warner Brothers just kept bringing on more and more writers, and no one could actually come up with a good script. So after a couple of years, they came back to Joe Dante and said, "Here's a crap ton of money. And he said, I'll do it, but you have to let me do anything I want. I'm assuming like they like, okay, as long as it's PG-13 or something like that. There had been some stipulation. And they literally could not say no. So he's like, I'm just going to do everything and anything I've ever thought of doing, over the past 5 years. And I'm going to reference all the hype from the original Gremlins, to the point where they did an initial screening with Steven Spielberg, who's like an executive director on this, because it's Amblin Studios. And he said, there's too many Gremlins. Cut it back a little bit.
What?
No.
That's
Never.
just Spielberg shit right there. Like,
Well, I mean, again, imagine like another 30 minutes or so of Gremlin mayhem. At some point, you might be like, okay.
There were definitely points where I was like, this is just a lot. There was like some scenes where I was like, okay, we're just like watching these insane, like let's move the thin plot along.
Yeah, the plot is really thin. And again, I think the movie wants to get to that point of absurdity, but once you reach that point, okay, get on with it. Because if you have like another half hour of that, then you're just going to lose your audience completely.
If this was longer, I could see being like, I'm exhausted. It needs to be punchy. So I think they did the perfect amount. So maybe he was onto something. I can't imagine this being like a 2-hour movie.
Yeah. And that's why they put the Looney Tunes.
He might know what he's talking about.
Yeah. And that's why they put the Looney Tunes bit in there to like prime you to understand what the wavelength of this movie.
Yeah.
It's about to get silly, folks. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't come into this expecting anything serious.
Now, if I'm going to compare the first and the second one, this one doesn't have nearly the amount of heart as the first one does. It's just, but that's not trying to. It's not trying to redo the first movie. So again, it's trying to do its own thing. I would have liked more Gizmo. I feel like he's a little sidelined in this movie because he's just so awesome in the first one. He's so adorable and
he's so cute.
He's so cute and everything. This one, he's just kind of he's like kidnapped for most of it. Then he goes into the Rambo thing, which is interesting. Where it's kind of zany for a minute, but
it's awesome. But it they need to flesh it out way more.
But again, that's not the point. The point is just like we're gonna do anything and everything we could ever think of. You have like a streaker gremlin. There's
the flasher.
Again, the flasher. Oh my god! Damn it, Jody.
Right.
For those on the podcast,
Jody has all his gremlins. Yeah.
Dude, even male gremlins suck. Like males just suck.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh my god.
Brainy.
And I'm like, come on, Greta. She's hot.
Yes.
Let's
She's
just
so
get out of the way.
cute.
No, she's cute. She's not hot, Jason. I'm sorry. She's no Tiffany Valentine, but she tries.
Now, the other thing about this movie, again, because it came out 5 years later, it kind of missed a little of the audience. I think if it had come out, 2 or 3 years, it would have been done a lot better. So the first movie was made for, again, according to IMDb, first movie was made for $11 million. Guess how much the first one grossed?
60.
Throw a number.
Yeah, I was
Way
thinking
more.
50, 60. Oh, wait.
130.
The first one, 160.
Wow.
I was closest. Yay! If it was Price is Right out of one.
You would have
Yeah.
won. Good job. Yes.
So the first one made almost 16 times its budget.
That's
This movie
crazy.
cost $50 million and grossed $40 million.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I didn't realize that.
did any of you guys see it in the theater when it came out, though?
I can't remember. I feel like I might have, but I honestly don't remember. It was so long
I know
ago.
for a fact I did, and again, fuck Mr. Hot Dog Skin Hulk Hogan, but there were literally people in the theater standing up, looking around, trying to find Hulk Hogan in that theater. So I just want to say that that piece hit really hard back in the 90s when it came out, and people are like, "What the fuck is happening?"
And then, like when they put it on VHS, they actually changed it to like the VHS, scratches and stuff.
Yes.
So people kept trying to return the movie, and they like called the distributor and stuff and said, "Why is the tape broken?"
Yeah.
Which again, it's just great. That's like excellent level trolling of your audience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's very breaking the fourth wall, which you didn't see a whole
totally.
lot back then.
It's obliterating the fourth wall. One of the things I do enjoy, Daniel Clamp is played by John Glover. He was Lex Luthor in the Smallville series. He was also in the Tales from the Crypt episode, Undertaking Parlor.
Oh, no way.
Another
That's
great
cool.
episode. Yeah. The security guy, I also love this, is played by Robert Picardo. He's a great character actor, and he played like the hologram doctor, one that's I think what Star Trek Voyager, I think. I forget which one. But always liked them in that. We got Christopher Lee. We always we have the Dick Miller. What I love is the twins that work in the Spice of Life. They're the same twins from Terminator 2. When the security guard gets the coffee, and then the T-1000 comes up behind them as the other brother, as they like the doppelganger, same brothers. So it's just kind of funny to see them playing this kind of silly role. And again, you always have to point out that Howie Mandel does the voice of Gizmo.
Yep.
So random.
Mark Maron just ripped him a new asshole, and it's very great to see. If you guys haven't seen it, I'm just throwing that out there.
Man, Mark Maron did an interview with Ari Aster. I listened to it, and I had like contact anxiety from the two talking to each other.
Two neurotic people deep in their neuroses.
Dude, Mark Maron is in his like George Carlin phase, and it's what we need right now. I'm just gonna put it that way. Mark Maron and Bill Burr are somehow like the voices of our generation, and that's weird. But it's true.
Weird. All right, let's do our rating. We do 0 to 5, 5 being the best, 0 being the worst. You can do half points. Whitney, what do you give this movie?
I give this 4 gremlin potions out of 5.
I thought my phone froze. I'm like, okay,
yeah,
I know.
Sorry, that was not your Wi-Fi. I don't know why I tried. I tried and it didn't. I should have thought about it faster. 4 out of 5. It was great. I had such a good time.
I'm also a 4 on this one. It's a lot of fun. It's not as good as the original, but goddamn, like this is just it was fun to rewatch.
Jody.
Well, if I'm rating it based on the number of Gremlins figures currently surrounding me right now, I'm giving this a 12 out of 5. But seriously though, this is for me, it's a 5. Like I have no
really. I respect that, dude. Like
as much as I am
fantastic.
A horror person, I'm a cartoon person too, and so this is the combination of the horror and the cartoon worlds. Like this is Looney Tunes all the way through.
Yeah, this is definitely a very strong 4. Again, I can't say it's better than the first one, but it was really going to be as good as that first one. So I'm glad they went in a completely different direction, and this is the best version of this movie.
For a sequel, though, I think they kind of fucking nailed it, right? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like bigger,
do more, do bigger, grosser. Like it did everything that it needed to do. Yeah.
And many people had their sexual awakenings thanks to the female gremlin. So
my partner told me that he did.
Hey, for it too. I was more a 1996 Gina Gershon, Jennifer Tilly bound guy, but whatever.
I gotta order a green wig. I have the lipstick and the makeup. Yeah,
your Halloween costume's been picked up
around the corner. Right? You can make Fabio,
there you go.
All of Fabio's fantasies come true this year.
Well, to be fair, her outfit was fucking fire. Like her outfit was fantastic. Like she nailed it.
Yeah, she looked great. Yes. Jessica Rabbit all the way. So
absolutely.
Hell yes.
All right, let's take a quick break for a shout out.
Hi, this is Joe Dante, and you're listening to Dads from the Crypt.
I couldn't resist.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Okay.
No, we actually do have an interview with Joe Dante. It's mostly about his Twilight Zone, the movie. When we covered that, but very cool, interesting guy. Go check out that interview. All right, so in the early 2000s, there was a rash of remix albums, mashup albums, popularized by DJ Danger Mouse, who came out with a great album where he remixed the Beatles with Jay-Z. On his own, like underground kind of thing, not authorized whatsoever. Fantastic. There were a bunch of people influenced by that who did their own mashups. One of my personal favorites came out in 2006. by D.G. Capel and Smitty, did a mashup of Frank Sinatra and the Notorious B.I.G. called Blue Eyes Meets Bed Stewie. And he did a mashup of New York, New York with Biggie's Juicy. And it is fantastic. Anytime I hear New York, New York, I always think of that song. So it just kind of popped in my head. I was watching this, and it's just one of those really obscure things that like I try to tell people about if it ever comes up, because it's just one of those underappreciated things I like to spread around. So our song of the week is Frank Sinatra with the Notorious B.I.G.
Amazing.
Yeah. If you like mashups, so I back in that same time period in the early 2000s, that was my favorite thing. Like I love because I have
really
wide
fun.
music taste, and so I like a little bit of everything, and I love hearing like things that don't go together come together. So there it was a guy called Girl Talk, and he's
Yes, I was really
Oh
thinking
yeah,
of Girl
I know
Talk.
Girl Talk.
love Girl Talk.
Yeah.
He did like 3 albums, and it's like 200 different samples in every album, just weaving in and out of each other over the top. It's so good. I still listen to it. It's my work music. I think it stimulates my brain.
My favorite mashup stuff was Pop Goes Punk. I don't know if anybody still
Yeah,
listens to
that
those.
was good.
I
remember
remember
that.
that. I remember that.
Those
yeah.
were those were so good.
All right,
I hope
Jody,
it
give us some
is.
horror news.
All right. Starting with releases in theaters right now, we are getting Jimmy and Stiggs, the first movie from the Horror Collective, is coming out. I guess it just came out, didn't it? Or is it?
This past
Yeah, it came out
weekend,
last weekend.
Yeah, it came out last weekend. Okay. So it should be still in theaters right now. Joe Bagos, Horror Collective, which is Eli Roth's new production company, where we have some connection to the CEO, John Schnars. Also, Witchboard is in theaters, directed by Chuck Russell, the guy who did Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and The Blob. I mean, there's nothing about that doesn't appeal to me. Coming very
I'm gonna try to
soon.
see it tomorrow. It looks really good too. The
It does
trailer
look-
actually looks really fucking
It
good.
looks fun. Like
Yeah.
it's coming soon to theaters. Toxic Avenger. By the time this comes out, it'll be the week of Toxic Avenger, August 29th. Go see the new Toxic Avenger. And one more release. It only got theaters one night on August 13th, but on August 29th, same day as the Toxic Avenger, it will be coming out on digital. The new Red Sonja movie, which may look terrible, may look fun. I'm not sure. It could be both.
I have heard very negative things about that movie.
It looks like it could go either. It kind of looks like the old Hercules TV
Yeah.
series.
What I'm gonna
Oh,
say,
no.
if you like Red Sonja, skip the movie, go buy the Red Sonja versus Army of Darkness comic books because those
Sure.
are fun. It's Ash Williams trying to hook up with Red Sonja, who is completely uninterested in him, and it's funny.
Good stuff. All right, a couple trailers to mention. There's a new movie that I just heard about for the first time today called Your Host. It is a starring Jackie Earle Haley from the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. But
Watchmen.
What's that?
And Watchmen.
And Watchmen, yep. But he plays a serial killer game show host, so it's kind of like Saw meets a game show situation. It's premiering at Fright Fest right now and should be, making its way to other stuff before long. Another one premiering at Fright Fest right now is Good Boy, which is a haunted house movie from the perspective of a dog.
I have a great segue or like story about that.
Go
trailer.
for it.
You seen that?
No.
Okay.
So my partner said, I want to watch that dog movie that's like from the horror movie from the dog's point of view. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he was like, Good Boy. And I was like, And I remembered there was the other Good Boy movie about a person.
It's very different.
And I was like, what? I said, you and I have a very different opinion about what a dog is. And he was like, what are you talking about? I said, what are you talking about? And then we pulled up what movies we were both talking about and we realized we were talking about two different dog movies.
Well,
the one I was talking about, one's a dog one is a person pretending to be a dog, and that's why I was like, what
yeah.
are you talking about? Because that's not a dog. That's a man pretending to be a dog. So
He's a pet. One's
one
a
is
dog,
like
one's a
the
pet.
good
That's the
boy,
difference.
and one's like it's like a good boy versus good boy. It's like they're the same title.
Dude, so the other good boy is very disturbing, and I don't know, in a good way. It just got to the point where I felt it was very misogynistic. But that's the story.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well.
Well, this one looks like it could be fun. Just the fact that
Jody, I watched that trailer. That trailer does not look fun.
no,
looks like
it
I'm gonna
looks
be fucking.
it looks intense because you're seeing a dog looking scared,
Dude,
and so
Yeah.
you want the dog to not get hurt.
I'm gonna be in fucking tears by the end of it. I just fucking know it.
But it does look really good. The dog, I think, is actually like the director's or the writer's or something's own dog. Like,
Oh no! And they put him through hell.
well,
I'm sure it's a lot of like CG and stuff.
yeah, this is not
God, I hope.
like if this was a like $10,000 budget movie, I would be afraid for what happened to the dog. But I think this is like a real movie, like where they have to like take care of things.
The trailer does look fantastic, but
it looks
very
really good.
heartbreaking too.
Yeah, premiering at Fright Fest right now, but it will be in theaters on October 3rd.
Sweet.
A couple other things worth mentioning. Jason, you shared this, but I found out a little more information. Halloween the game has been announced.
Yes.
They haven't video game of Halloween. They haven't shown much, and the trailer shows basically nothing. But on Bloody Disgusting, they were talking about it some. There will be it's that isometric thing where you can play as like civilians or as Michael Myers.
Thank you.
Sorry, I said the wrong one.
Yeah.
Asymmetrical. Isometric. Still
Love if it was isometrical. Diablo 4.
Love that stuff. Yeah.
Halloween.
Asymmetrical, where you can play as like a person who lives in Haddonfield. Like there's several, or Michael Myers. But here's the only reason I'm excited, because there's a lot of those games lately. Yeah. There is going to be a single player story mode in this one, not just a single player with bots. A single player story mode where you play as Michael and actually have a story to fulfill. That's enough.
I'm okay then.
Yeah, that's all I want.
I want to play as the lady with the iron.
Yeah,
the ham lady.
Have we
play
talked
as Bob in the
just
like your whole quest is just to get your whole quest is to get her a beer. If you can get her a beer, you win the fucking game.
You have to avoid Michael.
I forget. Have we talked about the Hellraiser video game? Have we talked about that?
I think we talked about a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Never mind then.
But yeah, no, it looks good too.
Yeah, that looks.
I pre-ordered the deluxe edition because I just it's a new puzzle box.
Yeah,
and that makes me happy. I'm just gonna say.
I'm too scared. I can't play the scare games. They make me scared.
It does look
the same boat.
Yeah.
I can't handle it.
I can deal with games. Oh God, thank you so much.
I just won't go there. I'm like sitting there and I'm like, no, I don't want to go through the door. What are you talking about?
I feel seen because like I fucking cannot deal with scary games. You know what my favorite video game is right now? It's Tiny Bookshop.
Valley.
No.
I want to play Tiny Bookshop so bad.
Oh my God, it's so good. And I'm just like selling books and having the time of my life. And I just did the Halloween event and I'm like, can I move to this town? Can I just upend my life and move it? Oh God, it's so good. It's so just chill. Cozy games have turned into like my genre. I love them so much. Give me all the cozy games.
Well, Halloween the game, probably not a cozy game.
Not cozy.
But you do get to play as Michael in the story mode, so maybe not so scary, maybe more slashy.
I love it.
A couple other things. Marvel Zombies is coming to Disney Plus on September 24th. If you watch the What If series, they did an episode that was a Marvel it's an animated series. And they did an episode with, like what if the Marvel universe was all zombies. This is a whole show of it. It's going to be M-rated or MA or whatever you call it for that. It's going to be bloody. I've read the Marvel Zombies comics. They're gruesome. Yeah, I mean, they're full zombie stuff. So, yeah.
Nice.
Speaking of gruesome Marvel, right now you have that just came out 2 weeks ago. It is The Predator Kills the Marvel Universe.
Oh, nice.
And it's fucking awesome. I'm just gonna say
I
that.
haven't seen that one yet.
I remember
Well, dude,
Predator versus Batman back in the 90s. That was good.
Predator
Dude,
versus
that-
everybody at some point.
That was good. This just starts off with the Predator straight up fucking just murdering heroes. Doesn't
Nice.
give a shit. So
Is this streaming
definitely.
somewhere?
Oh no, it's a comic
That's a
book.
comic.
You have to.
Cool.
But if you have Hulu, I have
Nerds.
never felt. I have never felt more like a fucking nerd than I have right now. God,
Yeah, that
damn
moment
it.
right there.
Someone who works in the video game industry was like, "You're a fucking nerd."
No,
anyhow,
I.
It's too late. The comic is
Oh,
fantastic.
what's behind me?
I can read, goddammit, and I will read this comic. It's great though. So
Oh,
people who are nerds, you guys can all read Predator Kills in Marvel Universe.
There
It's
you go.
pretty cool.
If you
So
don't
good.
want to do that, you can watch Marvel Zombies on Disney Plus on September 24th. We also got
Oh
our
my God.
first image from Deathgasm 2 Gormageddon, which means
oh my
What?
they're
god!
making a new Deathgasm. So same lead character. That's all our first image is. But hey, I'm happy. I love that movie.
We should review
Good start.
Deathgasm because I have some thoughts. But I'll see you that.
Oh.
No, I really
right.
enjoyed the movie, but I do have
4-hour episode.
Well, I could talk all day about how this dude definitely does not like Trivium and fucking Venom. That does not happen, but it's a whole nother story.
All right, my last piece of news. A new movie has been announced. Our next public domain horror movie, Wicked of Oz. It's the Wizard of Oz public domain horror movie, but I got to read the description of this one because this one is wilder than most of them.
It's just a 1970 fucking The Wiz.
Well, hang on.
Just repackaged.
All right. A freak tornado pulls Dorothy into the wicked world of Oz just in time for the down on her luck Kansas farm girl to confront Glinda, a starving cannibal who finds herself all cut out of munchkin meat. And things go down from there. As Dorothy goes head to head against a skull cracking scarecrow, a tin man whose hobby is to collect still beating hearts, and a cowardly lion who pleases his master by ripping apart anyone he sees. Oz becomes ooze as Dorothy, armed with scavenged weapons, battles her way through the hordes of psychotic enemies until she happens upon her ultimate nemesis, the Wicked of Oz.
That sounds
I
so
mean,
bad.
It does, yeah. But
Yeah,
I want to
dude.
watch it. I want to watch that though.
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah,
I have a problem with the original because it's like fucking you just have a witch. It's like, what's up, dude? You killed my sister. And then Dorothy's like, well, fuck you. I'll kill you too. And like, I don't know. I just feel like Dorothy's an asshole. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah. Have you seen Wicked?
I've not, but Dorothy is the
Okay.
Hulk Hogan of the fucking. Dorothy's a Hulk Hogan of that universe.
Yeah. You should watch Wicked.
This is how I feel.
anyway, Wicked of Oz. That's a new movie.
Oh,
It's another one. I've actually heard good things about Bambi the Reckoning, by the way. Like I've heard
Yeah,
as far
I've heard-
as public domain movies
I've heard
go,
that's
it's
pretty
actually
good.
pretty fun. So
There's a
I watched
Snow White
the
one
Peter
out
Pan
too.
one.
the Death of Snow White looks pretty decent. I haven't watched it yet. Popeye the Slayer Man was better than expected, or it was.
How was
for
it?
me,
How was
anyway.
it, Whitney? How was the Popeye one? What do you think?
I didn't watch the Popeye one. I watched the Peter Pan one.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I mean. I'm sorry.
The Never-Ending Nightmare. That's a video game.
Something like that. Yeah.
Neverland Nightmare. I don't know. It was not great. And I watched it. And then I went and I saw all the sequels, and they're going to do like an MCU, and I
Mhm.
put them all on
Oh,
my watch
no.
list. So that's like
Yeah.
where I'm at. So
You know,
like
the moment I heard about the Pooniverse,
the Pooniverse, yeah.
as soon as I heard about it, I'm like, oh, that sounds stupid and terrible. But I'm actually absolutely going to watch every movie in that Pooniverse because
Did
since I
fucking
like
Bra-
crack.
Yeah.
did fucking Brazzers sue them? Is that like what happened? I tried watching Screamboat because David Howard Thornton, and God, it was so bad. I couldn't finish it.
Oh, was it? Is that all
Yeah.
like is that all the same?
No, that's out of the universe. That's a different public domain thing.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean I just it's hard for me to keep track of like which ones are all kind of within the same like
So I
Place.
think the ones that are
Yeah, I
part of
didn't even
that universe are the Winnie the Pooh ones,
yeah.
the Peter Pan one that you watched, Bambi,
There's a
and
Tigger one coming too, right?
Tigger's in Blood and Honey
Tigger's
2.
in the second one. That's right. He's
But
not
there
in
is
the
a third one coming. Blood and
They-
Honey
Okay.
2. I'll stand by Blood and Honey 2. It was pretty fun.
Dude,
Like
they
it was
should make a
stupid, but it was pretty fun.
they should fucking make a movie that's like the last 10 minutes of fucking Old Yeller on loop. And that'd be the fucking
God.
the most terrifying movie of all time. So
Well, add into that now The Wicked of Oz, which is a really terrible name, but
That's such a bad name.
it's really terrible.
And that
but-
was such a bad synopsis.
I'm just saying, you try to come kill my sister, I might try to kill you. It's all there is to it. And
You need to
Dorothy's
watch Wicked.
Is Dorothy a bitch in that? Because she kind of gets what
Yeah!
she deserves, right? Okay, cool.
Just be warned, it is a musical.
It's a musical
Yeah,
and it's not completed yet, so maybe wait till the second one comes out. But like,
Wait,
she
it's
is
not complete. It
not.
was like wasn't it like 4 hours long? How is it
That's
not
the first
No.
half. That's Act 1.
It's from
What?
a musical. Stop it.
No,
Those
I
are
respect-
long.
I respect this, but
It's Act
Oh
1.
no.
it's still long. It's still long. It's very long. I'm fucking old. What are you gonna do? Like my time, I have more years behind me than I have ahead of me. So what are you gonna do? I can't watch it.
Not
forever.
necessarily.
No, I definitely do, dude. I'm not living to be 84. I was gonna point it out there.
I froze for a second and then I just heard I'm not living to be 84.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. That's literally just what the context was. If I live to be 84, like I want you to come smother me with the fucking pillow.
See, now my camera's doing something else weird. It's still working though.
Sorry.
Jody's some of the smartest person here and has the most technical difficulties of any human being I've ever met in my life.
My
Oh.
mentally ill alarm was going off.
Oh yeah, no, that's what was happening with mine too. I had an alarm going off that reminds me to take my medicine.
Oh.
So,
At 9:30.
Well,
Or I guess you're
Yeah.
11:30 here, but yeah, it's
Speaking of
the medicine
getting-
alarm.
Speaking of getting
at the
old.
same time.
I'm in the same time zone as Jody. That's fucking weird.
Where's your 11:30 mentally ill pill alarm?
I don't take one because my therapist is like, I don't know if you need that or not. I'm like, cool.
Okay.
And I probably do, but that's just how we ended that conversation like 6 months ago. So
I needed it.
We're,
There was no question. I needed
we're
it.
working through it slowly.
It's
but
helped my
surely.
brain.
Yeah, my doctor's like, want more? And I'm like, sure, let's go.
Well, I am by no means saying I don't need it. I'm just saying like I just suck. I need to go talk to some.
Oh my
That's it.
God. Not suck.
That's our dad advice of the day is if your brain hurts, go fucking talk to somebody because I'll fix you up.
Yeah, seriously.
That is the dad advice.
I-
Go to the
I-
doctor, but also understand that resources are limited and expensive. So
Yeah,
Do it.
insurance
I-
is bullshit.
I went for 10 years with untreated anxiety. So yeah, go get your medicine. Go talk to somebody.
Yeah, I'm just I talk to people. I just don't take a pill because
Sure.
it costs money. It's
Hey,
fucking-
do whatever
Yeah.
one works for you.
It's almost like
Do
we should have
one or
socialized
both?
health. It's
Not
almost
none.
like we should have socialized healthcare, right, Jason?
Yes.
Let's see.
Whitney, thank you for joining us.
I thank you always for having me. It's the best.
Where
It's
can
been too
people
long.
find you and all the wonderful things you do?
I am around, even though I don't post anything right now. You
You're
can
busy as
check
fuck,
out,
though, dude.
I'm busy as fuck for a couple more weeks, but you can check out ohmyhorror.com is my year-long movie challenge. This week is a recording. We are in Horror Technology Week. I am thinking of watching Existenz, and I'm very excited about that because
Ooh,
That's so
Well, that's a
good.
good one.
I think that's going to be perfect
Have
for
you seen
me. I haven't. My challenge, my personal challenge on top of my challenge is to watch only new movies with very few rewatches unless I'm showing it to someone
Mhm.
for the first time or like
I
I
like that.
rewatched Duel for like Horror in the Desert because I haven't
Mhm.
seen that since I was in high school. So
So good.
I was like, it's
I
been
think-
so long since I've seen Duel,
Yeah.
like I can rewatch that. So
I think that counts because you're gonna look at it through a different lens.
totally. I was like 16 the last time I saw it, so it's
Yeah.
literally been like 20 years. So yeah, check out ohmyhorror.com. One day I'll update the socials and the Instagrams, but my letterbox is up to date, as is the website. So join in. It's just a fun way to get movies watched and off your watch list.
All right. Well, we appreciate everyone for listening. We would really appreciate if you would give us a rating review on iTunes, a rating on Spotify, like and subscribe on YouTube, and follow us at Dads from the Crypt Talk on TikTok. With that, I thank you for listening to Dads from the Crypt.
Follow Dads from the Crypt on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or I will follow you to the grave. No, seriously, you really should watch. But be careful what you ask for. You may get it.